Parking fines are a fact of life. If you've done the wrong thing, you should pay up. But sometimes fines are issued wrongly. And in those cases, we need to know there's a valid appeal process in place. What I found in my recent investigation is that 3 councils, Stonnington, Glen Eira and Port Phillip, did not have proper internal review processes in place for about 10 years. Motorists have a right to seek an internal review from the agency that issued the fine. Whenever anyone appealed to these councils about a fine, a council officer should have decided on it. Yet these councils had outsourced their reviews to a private contractor. A few years ago, a lawyer who specialises in fines began writing to some councils questioning their practices. His questions triggered a string of legal advices. Some councils began changing their practices, bringing the review of parking fines in-house. Early last year, 2 councils, Monash and Kingston, announced they would be refunding more than 46,000 fines incurred during the time their reviews were outsourced. I've now investigated whether Stonnington, Glen Eira and Port Phillip's practices were any different. What I found is that one of those councils had indeed outsourced its decision-making, while the other 2 councils were in effect rubber stamping the contractor's recommendations. For example, we discovered a council officer took 1 minute to approve recommendations on 107 reviews. That's about half a second per review. It's simply not credible to argue that council officers were making genuine decisions. None of the 3 councils disclosed who was making the decisions, each of them providing a similar squiggle by an anonymous officer. The 3 councils argue they've done nothing wrong. Some said the law is complex and unclear, and lawyers have different views about what it requires. The legal issues have not been tested in court. I am not a court, but I can express my opinion. And my opinion is that the 3 councils acted contrary to law. They failed to ensure accountability and transparency in their decision-making. While the 3 councils disagree with my opinion, as a sign of good faith, they will now be refunding people affected. And my report puts any other agencies with similar practices on notice that they must do the same.